if I can get this thing working. I am now live. Hello, me for the moment. Control Shift N9. Right. Okay, does that work? No, not yet. Okay, let's bring that up. Give it a moment. You'll eventually get there. Tell you what, I'll restart the game. It's easier. There we go. No, got it. Right. Assuming you can see it. I can't see the chat. Oh well. All right. Okay. So I'm going to be talking blind, I think, here. Give me a moment. Let's see if I can do this another way. Right. Hello to anyone who's here. Just opening up my channel. There we go. One watching. So in theory, should be able to hear me okay, fine, hopefully. Talk chat, live chat, let's get live chat. There we go. I'm on live chat. Boo me. Just gonna say boo. Why not? I'll say boo. Right. Okay, fine. So let's go. So we are in Microsoft Flight Simulator X. I am currently in Birmingham Airport. I have a flight plan to follow, which I haven't loaded yet, which is the next thing for me to do. Hello, Mr. Thorreader. Let me know if it isn't. No, it is working properly. I can see it on the screen. It's fine. Okay, so I'm going to load my flight plan. Where are we at? Load. So this is from Birmingham to Liverpool. And let's OK that. We're not going to move the plane because we're just going to carry on where I left off. So I'm currently parked in Birmingham International. I think it's called International. And I'm in my Cessna 172. It's a nice little plane. There we go. Here it is. Give it a minute for it to... There we go. So I'm in the plane park at the moment with some bigger vehicles hanging around, as you can see. Third person joined. Hello, whoever that is. Right, okay, so over there. Not much. Right, so I am going to go back into Cockpit now and I'm going to start. Oh look, there's a truck moving around. That's nice. Right, anyway, so, hello Jolly. Right, I am going to, where's my air traffic control thing? Not that one. There it is. Right, air traffic control. I'll leave it up here for the minute so you can see it. So I'm going to do a taxi for takeoff. And I want to depart straight out.
Ground, Cessna, Golf, Bravo, Alpha, Foxtrot, Mike with Bravo. Request taxi for
Batman.
departing straight out. Cessna, Golf, Bravo, Alpha, Foxtrot, Mike. Taxi to and hold short of runway 33 via taxiway, runway 6 Delta Echo. Contact tower on 118.3 when ready.
Okay, so I'm going to go via taxiway runway 6 DE. So let's acknowledge the taxi clearance.
To and hold short runway 33 using taxiway runway 6 Delta Echo. Cessna, Alpha, Foxtrot, Mike.
And to make things easier, I'm going to put on the progressive taxi so I can see where I'm going. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is get moving. So we're going to need to turn around. Let me move air traffic control out of the way because I'm going to get in the way otherwise. Right. And let's tune Birmingham Tower as well while I'm at it. Can you see? I can't see it. Hello, Bree. Let's see. Where is my taxi markings? There they are. It's to my left, right. So I've got to follow the taxi marking. You're supposed to do no faster than walking speed, which is 5 miles an hour, but to be fair, I can't be bothered to do it so slowly on an airport. Oh, look. Oh. Yeah, that guy nearly ran me over. Little bugger. I don't know. Well, live chat 7. Well, hello people. How are you? Hello, Ricardo. So today I'm playing Flight Simulator X, and I'm taking a route from Birmingham to Liverpool. This is a route selected by Rich as of last night. I told him where I was, and I gave him an idea as to where to go, and he said pick this place. So Liverpool is where we're going. This is the longest taxi ride ever. Let's go a little bit faster. Go too fast, you can't make the corners. Is there anything coming? It's a runway after all. Nope, let's go. So that was Echo. Now we're on runway 6. Now we're going on to Delta. Right. Oh look, lots of planes. Oh look, that one's moving. DE. Yep, that's the route I'm taking. So I'm using runway 6 DE as my route currently. You would fly that as well as I do the planes in... Yeah, I'm sure you would. Oh Christ, straight on. Well, yeah, but it's nothing like Batman. Come on, Batman knows how to fly. So I'm going to go outside the plane so you can see the plane. What did I do? Oh, I pressed pause. Wrong one. That's the one. So here's my plane. It's a Cessna 172. And my call sign is GBAFM, or Golf. Well, they call it Alpha Foxtrot Mike. That's the Cessna Alpha Foxtrot Mike. So I'm going with this. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator X. Right, I'm going to put that up there so it's easier to see. Right, so there's a Boeing 737, looks like he's approaching the runway for takeoff ahead of me. So I'm going to have to wait for him to go before I'll be allowed to go. And yeah, taxiing speeds are ridiculously slow. This is real life speeds, so you know it's kind of expected to be not very fast. Stuck behind a bloody jet, typical. I requested a straight out flight, and that's what I'm getting.
Birmingham Tower, Pacifica 6553 at runway 33, ready for takeoff. IFR, new south doors. Pacifica 6553, cleared for takeoff.
Okay.
Runway 33.
So that guy in front of me is the Pacifica 6553.
Pacifica 6553.
And he's basically preparing to go and take off. I'm not going to be able to clear for takeoff until he's gone, basically. So I've got the option now to request takeoff clearance, which I'll do like this.
Birmingham Tower, Cessna Golf Bravo Alpha Foxtrot Mike at runway 33, ready for takeoff. Departing straight out. Cessna Golf Bravo Alpha Foxtrot Mike, hold short, runway 33.
Okay, so we're going to get to watch a Boeing 737 take off. Well, at least the first part of it anyway.
Hold short, runway 33, Cessna, Alpha Foxtrot, Mike.
You can't see them unless you're right up at them, the cell towers. That sounds like fun. Right, okay, so the 737 has hit his parking mark and put his engines up. You can hear them just about. And he's off.
Cessna, Golf, Bravo, Alpha Foxtrot, Mike. Taxi into position and hold.
Okay, I've been told I can pack taxi into position now, so I'm going to agree with that.
Alpha Foxtrot, Mike.
And we should be able to watch him take off. I'm not going to bother taxiing until he moves a bit further and I can see him go up. Go on, up. There he goes, into the air, right. He's already a mile away, believe it or not. Right, so it is 7 in the morning, game time.
553, contact Birmingham departure on 118.05. 118.05, Pacifica 6553. Cessna, Golf, Bravo, Alpha Foxtrot, Mike. Cleared for takeoff. Runway 33, straight out departure. Approved.
Okay, I've had my takeoff clearance approved.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 33, Cessna, Alpha Foxtrot, Mike.
So I'm just going to taxi into position first, which I'm not quite there. Right. So, runway 33, and I'm ready to go. Right, let's see. Have we had any comments? My screen went off, so I couldn't see it. No, good, right, fine. Right, okay, so the first thing we need to do is go into, wrong one, that one there. No, that one. Oh, come on, change to, that's the one. Right, so I've now got my console so I can actually see what's going on. So the first thing I'm going to do is put the parking brake on, and then I'm going to run through my free flight checklist, which is parking brake set, flight controls free,
Birmingham Tower, Pacifica 56,
check and set flight instruments, check fuel quantity, mixtures rich. Yeah, they're moaning about me being on the runway. Elevator set for takeoff, so let's increase the flaps by 1. Throttle 1800 RPM. That's 1800 RPM. Suction gauge check. It's over there somewhere. Yeah, it looks fine. The annunciator panel's fine. Engine instruments, throttle. Let's just go. Autopilot's currently off, and the flaps are set to take off at 10 degrees, which is fine. So we're ready. The brakes have been released. Let's try and keep the thing straight.
646, taxi into position and hold. Position and hold.
Right, so we're aiming for about 70 miles an hour, according to the airspeed indicator on the left. Yeah. And when we hit about 70, we should just be able to take off. There we go, and we're in the air. Okay, so looking at the GPS, we're actually almost on course already, which is great. I'm fine, thank you, Rapper David. And hello, Mr. Thought Reader. He said Batman. Oh Christ, that's too high. Okay, so we need to try and keep the speed up here. So 60 is not going to get us very far. So let's drop the flaps, because otherwise we're going to end up with issues. So we want to try and climb between 70 and 80. So we can see they've got a vertical speed is in the positive here. It's above 0, which means we're going up. We've got the small hand is nearly at the 1, which means we're nearly at 1,000 feet. Well, 600 feet because the big hand on the 6. Our aim is to hit about 4,000 to 4,500 feet in height. This particular short haul flight is supposed to be done at there we go. Could always increase the throttle, that'll help, won't it? Didn't think of that. Okay, so it looks like I am now out of runway because the Pacifica behind me has been cleared for takeoff.
Runway 33, Pacifica 5646.
So it's 7:22 AM according to this local time, and we've got an estimated time to the destination 52 minutes. They are real minutes, and I intend to, well, partly fly them. When I say partly fly them, I'm going to stick autopilot on when I get to a certain height because, well, it's boring just flying the stick up and down a little bit.
Contact Birmingham departure on 118.05.
118.05.
So we're just coming to 2,000 feet now. And we're all good. Our fuel tanks are full, which I filled up in Birmingham, so should be. I think we might have a little bit of wind against us. The estimated time to arrival is increased slightly. Either that or I'm going the wrong way. Let's zoom out and find out. No, I'm heading in the correct direction. Brilliant. Still climbing. We're at 2,300 feet.
Cessna Alpha Foxtrot Mike, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
I have now been approved for a frequency change, so let's swap over to Birmingham departure and ask them for a flight following.
Cessna Golf Bravo Alpha Foxtrot Mike is type Cessna Skyhawk 4 miles northwest of Birmingham. Request flight following. Cessna Golf Bravo Alpha Foxtrot Mike, Birmingham departure squawk 0534.
So I now have a score code of 0534. A score code basically is your acknowledgement to say they know who you are. It's easier than them tracking the make and model of every vehicle.
Radar contact 5 miles northwest of Birmingham, 2,700, altimeter 2992.
So I've been told that I've got a radar contact at 5 miles northwest of Birmingham. I'm going to try and keep it straight. I'm going to go off course otherwise. So I'm now at 3,200 feet. And
10 o'clock, 4 miles at 4,300. Piper Archer, report them in sight. Piper Kilo Papa Zulu, traffic is 12 o'clock, 3 miles at 6,700. Bombardier C 700, report them in sight. Piper Kilo Papa Zulu, have the Bombardier C 700 in sight.
So they're all moaning about having another plane in sight, because that's quite close. 3 miles in the air. I tell you, it doesn't take long to travel 3 miles when you're in the air. So, where am I at? I am now at 3,600 feet, and I'm going to turn on the autopilot. I'm going to set to 4,500 feet, and let's set our altimeter. There we go.
5646. Contact East Midlands approach on 134.175. Going to
Okay, so Pacifica has headed off to East Midlands.
5646.
Right, that was the exciting part done anyway. We are slightly off course. We're about a degree to the left. So we're currently aiming at 319, we should probably be at 320. 321, something like that. Come on, you're steering. What have I missed? Right, so I've got the autopilot on, I've got the altimeter on. Maybe it's because it's increasing in height, I don't know. Nah, that's not too bad actually. I'll leave it. Right, we don't need taxiing lights on anymore. We do need landing lights on because we're at a low height. We don't need the navigation lights on. We're all good for that. So we're now levelling off at 4,500 feet. Or thereabouts. We've got an estimated time of arrival of 34 minutes now. Our speed has increased to 100, so we should get there a bit quicker. I'm going to burn some fuel on this, so I'm not going to worry about saving it over this distance. We might as well burn it up a little bit. Right, so let's see. What I want to know is why it won't let me steer. Lots of different angles, nice. Right, where was I? Why will my control? Easy enough. I'm looking for the reason why my controller is not letting me steer this thing. Have I missed something? Up, down works fine. Left, right doesn't. Weird. What's wrong with that?
Contact Wolverhampton approach on 123.0.
Okay, I've got to change over to Wolverhampton now.
123.0. Cessna Alpha Foxtrot Mike.
So I can either use the auto tune or I can do it manually here. So if I set this to 123.0, like that, I'm now tuned on Wolverhampton approach, and I can just contact them instead.
Wolverhampton approach. Cessna Golf Bravo Alpha Foxtrot Mike with you. Cessna Golf Bravo Alpha Foxtrot Mike. Wolverhampton approach. Roger. Altimeter 299er2.
I'm fine, thank you, Rapper.
Cessna Alpha Foxtrot Mike. Contact Oxford approach on 128.825.
Oh great, I now got to go to someone else.
128.825. Cessna Alpha Foxtrot Mike.
Okay, fine, so. Hang on. Okay. I use the autopilot to steer the thing. Don't understand why it's not steering though. It should be. Oh, back in a mate. Right, okay, so I'm just going to unpause this and do the contacting and things I need to do.
Approach, Cessna, Golf, Bravo, Alpha, Foxtrot, Mike, with you.
Cessna, Golf, Bravo, Alpha, Foxtrot, Mike, Cosford approach, roger. Altimeter 2992.
27 minutes. According to this, I've got 52 miles to go. Also, hello Blue. Okay, so let's swap to the outside so we can have a look around. Lots of buildings. I'm going into the countryside. Have a look around. In-flight cockpit stuff. Seatbelts, which are not on. Okay. New passengers. It's a nice plane, this. So we'll be like 25 minutes, 47 miles. You can see why I put autopilot on, right? Interesting. Let's go to there. Right. I wonder if I turn AP off, whether I get... Yep, I do. I get my controls back. Just wanted to check. We're off course slightly. We'll be turning right a bit more, so... Where did I find it? I found it a minute ago. Heading, heading, heading. No, that'll do. 44 miles to go. So it's 7:30 in the morning, it's 43 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't even know what day it is actually. Should probably find that out. Let's have a look. No, it doesn't say. Not handy, but never mind. So anyway, 325 is the heading. I'm doing 326 at the moment. 67 nautical miles, 42 to go. Expected journey time 34 minutes. Yeah, probably not far off that. Apparently, you can make the mixture leaner to make the prop go faster. I don't personally notice a difference, but you know. Do I have Discord? Yes, I do. Let's see, what I assume 35 miles. So yeah, it's almost in range. Alright, I'm going to bring the GPS across. So here's the GPS, so we can see our flight path, which is the pink line. Our heading, which is currently 326. Distance remaining 39 miles. Time remaining 20 minutes. What else we got? The zoom level on the map, which is 35 miles, so we can't quite see the full distance. Where we're going from, where we're going to. So this is Birmingham and this is Liverpool. Right, over here. Next. So this is the navigation log. So that tells you a bit more information about the actual journey. So we can see from Birmingham we had 67 gallons or whatever that is, miles to go on the route. The speed in knots, it doesn't have an estimated on this. 115 is expected, which is roughly what we're running at. The fuel we're going to use up, which is going to be 6 gallons, and the time it's going to take is 34 minutes. Not for operational use, which basically means don't use these guidelines in a real situation, or even in this game, to be fair, because anything can change. The reference speeds give me a speed of everything travel-wise. So we've got don't exceed 163, which is quite high. The stalling speeds in certain configurations, best rate of climb speed at sea level, and higher than sea level, etc.
Cessna Alpha Foxtrot Mike. Contact Wittering approach on 123.3.
So I've been told I've got to contact Wittering.
123.3. Cessna Alpha Foxtrot Mike. Wittering approach. Cessna Golf Bravo Alpha Foxtrot Mike with you 4,500.
Cessna Golf Bravo Alpha Foxtrot Mike. Wittering approach. Roger. Altimeter 29902.
Gosh, she sounds like she's got a sore throat. Anyway, manoeuvring speeds for various different weights. So maximum speed with flaps at 10, and flaps at
Orbit
15 to 30.
3906. Contact towards approach on
That's normally.
123.35.
Okay, so that's the speed
123.35
reference.
for orbit 23906.
Then we've got our checklist. So the checklist is basically everything we need to do before we go anywhere. We've done our climb, which is that. We've done our cruise, which is what we're set to now. We're doing... Yeah, we're fine with it. We're within tolerance. The elevator trim, no, I don't need to worry about that. The mixture's set to leaner. So on descent, we're going to adjust the power, we're going to adjust the mixture, and we're going to make sure that the fuel selector is definitely on both. Before landing, we need to make sure we've got the taxi lights on, which is these ones, and the autopilot is off. So these are the next part of our journey, which is 32 miles from the end. At the end of this journey you can choose the next destination. I'm not going to do the next destination tonight, but it'll be from Liverpool to somewhere. I have a range of under 500 miles, so anyone who wants to have a look and try and find an airport within 500 miles of Liverpool, please do, and I will have a look. Right. Let's have another look outside, shall we? Pylon down there. Lots of fields. Yep, lots of fields and some kind of built-up place over there. "28 miles. So if we look dead ahead, we can see some water. Zoom out on the map and see some more about this. So zoom out. So there's the water. So that's actually the edge of the ocean. Funny enough. The Irish Sea. We are here, and we're going to here, which is basically on the edge of the water. Zoom is 20 miles, so we can't see the airport on this yet. We're not within any sort of range to worry about dropping high or anything yet. So anyone who's still watching or listening, hello, how are you doing? And do you want to say hello if you haven't already? So there's the airport. What's that? Can I click on that? No, I can't. Nearest airport. Nearly there. See if I can execute my third landing in this plane on this journey. Right, so I am now 21 miles, so I'm going to go back into the cockpit, which is that one, and I'm going to drop to
Cessna Alpha Foxtrot Mike. Contact awarded approach on 123.35.
drop down to 3,500 in height, and let's acknowledge that.
Point 123.35. Cessna Alpha Foxtrot Mike.
What if ETA to the nearest airport? Well, I'm aiming for Liverpool, so I'm actually going to go straight there. The closest airport's a bit closer.
300. Cessna Golf Bravo Alpha Foxtrot Mike. Howerton approach. Roger. Altimeter 2992.
Where are we at? So here's my flight plan. So I'm going to EGGP, which is 19 miles away. ETA is 8 minutes. The ETA is the estimated time of, I don't know what the E stands for, but it's basically landing. Right, okay, so as you can see, the airports here are not quite the lined up as I want them to be. So I'm going to have to turn. Let's turn off the AP. So the green lines tend to be the ins and out routes. It's a hell of a lot easier if you line up straight for them before you get there. A bit fast. Right, so I've increased the time slightly, partly because I need to come at this from a different angle. Let's get my height sorted. So I'm at 3,600, that's fine. Hold about that. I'm going to put that over there so I can see it. No point putting any flaps down yet, we're not close enough. 16 miles.
Cessna Alpha Foxtrot Mike. Contact Liverpool approach on 119.85.
So now I'm approaching Liverpool, they're passing me over to Liverpool.
Cessna Alpha Foxtrot Mike. Liverpool approach. Cessna Golf Bravo Alpha Foxtrot Mike with you. Cessna Golf Bravo Alpha Foxtrot Mike. Liverpool approach. Roger. Altimeter 2992.
Right. Alright, okay, so let's zoom in a little and just check out the airport. So the airport appears to have a single runway. I'm going to come from the right hand side. Right, so EGGB, let's contact them now, we should be close enough. Would you believe it, they're not in the top 9. Nearest airport list. Oh, there it is. EGGP. Idiot. There we go. Let's contact the tower.
Liverpool Tower, Cessna Golf Bravo Alpha Foxtrot, Mike is 12 miles southeast with Foxtrot to land. Cessna Golf Bravo Alpha Foxtrot, Mike, Liverpool Tower, entered right traffic, runway 9er, altimeter 29992.
We'll enter right traffic.
Flight right traffic, runway 9er, Cessna Alpha Foxtrot, Mike.
Right traffic runway. Let's find out what that means, shall we? You can lurk and do some artwork, that's fine, Mr. David. Right, I'm now 10 miles away. Let's do a 3.
Liverpool Tower, Cessna Golf Bravo Alpha Foxtrot, Mike is unfamiliar with the area, request directions to the airport. Cessna Alpha Foxtrot, Mike, airport is 10 o'clock, 10 miles.
Right, okay, so let's turn off my autopilot now. Let's put that on the other side. Right. So if I turn enough, it's now at the 11 o'clock. Where are we at? 3,000. Let's put some flaps into this. Nine miles from the airport. And we should be able to see it. It's on the other side of the water. There we go, we can just see the hangars directly to our top left of the screen. That's where we're headed. Oh, hey, cursed cat. You've joined in a good time here. I'm 6 minutes from the airport and I'm intending to land. This is the part that always seems to take forever. So, as we're not really too worried about heights and things for the moment, let's have a look around. Lovely countryside. So we're on the edge of Liverpool at the moment. See that giant, like, grey thing there in front of us? That's Liverpool. So let's start dropping in height. Be lucky, we might get low enough to see some boats. There we go, there's some boats down there now. Can I see them? Apparently there's whales in this game too. Right, so I'm not going to be reading anyone's comments for a few minutes because I'm concentrating on this. So I'll read them now. Yes, this is Flight Simulator X. This is the 2006 edition of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Boats on the water. Right, so we can see the runway quite clearly over there now. So, in a moment I'm going to go into the cockpit view instead. Instead of this partial cockpit view. Right, let's put mixture back to full. Let's get down these 2,000 feet. Is Rich and Bree only streaming on weekends now? No idea. I think they streamed yesterday, didn't they? Oh, it was weekend, wasn't it? I have no idea, you'd have to ask them. So we're now down to the last 1,000 feet, apparently. There's our runway. Dropping speed, and we are still at 500 feet. $400 feet. 300 feet. 200 feet. Pull up so that the rear wheels touch down first.
Cessna, Alpha Foxtrot, Mike. You are not clear to land. Clear the runway.
Apparently I'm not clear to land. Well, I told you I was coming.
Cessna, Alpha Foxtrot.
Yes, while I'm doing that, give me a moment.
Cessna Alpha Foxtrot Mike. Contact ground on 121.905.
Okay, fine.
121.905. Cessna Alpha Foxtrot Mike.
Okay, so I landed successfully, even though they didn't want me to. That was nice.
Liverpool ground. Cessna Golf Bravo Alpha Foxtrot Mike. Request taxi to fuel. Cessna Alpha Foxtrot Mike. Taxi to fuel.
Okay, well, you know more than I do about who does what.
Taxi to fuel. Cessna Alpha Foxtrot Mike.
Because at the end of the day, I just get asked occasionally to join them. Yeah, I tend to be pretty good at landing. Taxiing, no. Okay, see you later, cast. Does anyone want to set a destination for my next flight? There, filled. The fuel tanks are filled. That was easy. Right, let's go to parking.
Liverpool ground. Cessna Golf Bravo Alpha Foxtrot Mike. Request taxi to parking.
Somewhere in Wales, that's not very far
Bravo
away.
Alpha Foxtrot Mike.
But you can have a look if you want, Mr. David. I'll bring up the list in a minute.
Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway Kilo Alpha Tango. Cessna Alpha Foxtrot Mike.
Yes, I don't mind going to Wales. Just give me a little bit more specific locationing. I'm sure you can Google it if you needed to. I don't know why they were so arty-farty about me landing. There were bloody planes here. Oh, hang on, I just realised something. I need to turn that off. That's better, right. Need my taxi lights on, don't I? Oh, come on, keep moving. Just so you know, there's a lot more airports than you think in the world. Taking a shortcut. There's my parking spot. Perfect. Perfecto. Right, let's run my final checklist off. So we've got the parking brakes on. We've got the mixture off. We turn off the avionics. We turn the ignition to off. We set the fuel selector off to one side. Turn the master avionics switch off. All lights off. I think that is the landing checklist complete. Well, the landed, secured. Yep. Right. Let's see where we're going. Oh, Carnarvon Airport, you reckon? Okay, let's have a look. Let's go to. Well, let's save where I'm at first. So this was Birmingham. Birmingham to Liverpool. Okay. No, I don't. I can find it. Where are we at? World options. Flight planner. There we go. So we open up our flight planner. We find Liverpool, and you want me to go to Carnarvon. There we go. There's Carnarvon. So if I now we'll do visual flight rules, direct GPS again, and there's the route. Cruising altitude is 6,500 feet. Don't think I'll make it to 6,500 feet. I'll make it 4.5. Okay. Nope, don't want to move. Let's have a look at the flight planner. Right, here's the log. So it says it's going to take 28 minutes to actually travel it. It's only 54 miles, so it's a bit shorter than the previous journey. And it's a direct route. Okay, so the Carnarvon Airport is EGCK, for anyone who's interested. Right, I'm going to come out of this now. And I'm going to end the flight. I could have looked at the analysis, but I couldn't be bothered. So my logbook shows that I have flown 3 in a row here, starting at 5:32 in the morning and ending at 7:11. Each of these events, I've got a total of an hour and 2/3 flying time in the day. Every single journey had a landing, which is great. So I'm going to call it a day on streaming, and yeah, hope you've enjoyed watching and joining in.